Welcome back to Greater Salem Chamber of Commerce today. And again, I want to thank our guest, Arnie Croft, a very deserving winner of the Bill Brown Award, Business Person of the Year. This month, our episode of Greater Salem Chamber of Commerce today, very happy to have a business in the spotlight, a business that's been such a great supporter of the Salem Chamber of Commerce over the years and an active participant. And that's the Eagle Tribune. And a great honor to be joined by the publisher of the Eagle Tribune, Al Gettler. Al, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Fairly new role for you, being here only since April. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your background before you assume the role of publisher of the Eagle Tribune?
Yeah, sure. I've been in the business, newspaper business for 25 years, originally from New Jersey. So kind of a lower New England guy, if we can make the stretch, that I'm from northern New Jersey. But certainly, you know, my wife Nancy and I really have always wanted to live in the New England area. We did once before, down in Massachusetts, and now we're back, and we couldn't be happier. We love this part of New England, southern New Hampshire, and Massachusetts.
And you have made southern New Hampshire your home, you were saying?
We have, yeah. We're in Wyndham, or Windham, depending on who you're talking to at the given time. But
you figured that out already?
Have already, yep. And we really enjoy Wyndham a lot. We're looking forward to watching it grow and progress.
As you've gotten used to the Eagle Tribune and coming in as publisher, must have been a challenge. What are some of the things you have to adjust to when you become publisher of a newspaper in a new community for you?
It takes a while to get to know everyone, to try to find out what the community is working on at the given time. And certainly we have some very diverse goals. You know, when you look at the city of Lawrence and what it's doing to redeploy and redevelop its resources, it's very, very exciting where that's headed. When you look at, again, on the Massachusetts side, Methuen and what that's becoming and how it's developing its commercial area, also exciting. But then as you travel up 28 and you're into Salem, New Hampshire, where there's just tons of things happening, and you know, to capture the eye, and into Wyndham and Pelham, and as you, for us, head up to Derry too, where the Derry News is located, and our staff for southern New Hampshire. You know, there's just an awful lot for me to learn about that. In addition, our group of newspapers also has the Salem News, the Newburyport Daily News, and the Gloucester Daily Times. So we have some pretty, again, while somebody in another part of the country might think, yeah, it's just New England. Very, very diverse goals that people are trying to accomplish.
And it is diverse from town to town within New Hampshire.
Absolutely.
Never mind the Eagle Tribune's area, which also extends to Lawrence and Andover.
Right.
Southern New Hampshire, those of us who've grown up with the Tribune,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as a kid, the Tribune was always on the doorstep in
Right.
the evening. Always considered back then a Lawrence, Methuen paper, but you've really over the years cemented your position in southern New Hampshire. What is the importance of southern New Hampshire to the Tribune?
It's extremely important. You know, we view ourselves as much a southern New Hampshire newspaper as we do a Massachusetts newspaper. Southern New Hampshire is growing. New Hampshire as a state, it's kind of an interesting thing. When you look at where the population and where it's all kind of happening, there's a lot happening in the southern part of the state, and there's a lot of bright lights that need to shine here. We think part of our role is, as the business community grows, as people become a part of southern New Hampshire from other places, that we have to play a role in introducing them to this community. We work very, very hard at our southern New Hampshire edition. We try to make it as much southern New Hampshire as we possibly can, and introduce people who are, you've lived here your life, I think you said earlier, all your life. You have to introduce these new people to what life is here. Help them find their way around, if you will, and find out the things that are important. And we take our role serious.
And I'm sure you've probably already found out, but you will as you become more established. A lot of people in southern New Hampshire have migrated from northern Massachusetts.
I have learned that, yeah.
And so they grew up with the Tribune, and they look for that, and look forward to the reporting of the Tribune. Over the years, the Eagle Tribune has been very supportive of the Chamber of Commerce, and as we were saying off air, there are some newspapers that are not quite so involved in their local Chamber of Commerce. Vin Catone, who was a gentleman who worked for the Tribune, just such an important part of the Chamber over the years. What is it about the involvement in the Chamber of Commerce that the Tribune values so much?
Well, you know, it's important for people to realize that a newspaper is a business. And the way we are able to bring people the news day in and day out, whether it's in print, online, or in other ways, all has to do with the fact that we have to pay people to do that job. It's very, very expensive to gather content and information. You know, we have the largest news gathering staff when you combine what we do in north of Boston. So it takes us a tremendous amount of resource for us to do that. So advertising is how we get there. And so we're very, very keyed in on what business finds important and where business sees itself going. And we want to be a part of that. We want to have a voice in that as well. And we also want to promote the values that businesses want to bring to that growth. And so that's why it's very important to us.
Well, your involvement, that of the Tribune, has been so critical to the Chamber of Commerce over the years, and I'd certainly like to thank you for that. It's a great honor having you here as the publisher of the Tribune, so we appreciate your appearance here today, and best of luck as you get settled in Southern New Hampshire.
Thank you very much.
This is Al Gettler. He is the publisher of the Eagle Tribune. We thank him again for being here. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, Donna Morris will be here, so stay tuned. You're watching Greater Salem Chamber of Commerce Today. And want to thank Al Gettler for joining us from the Eagle Tribune and wish him nothing but the best as the new publisher of that fine newspaper. We are joined. We didn't have a lot of prep time here, Donna Morris.
Nope, but we're ready. Good.
We
Second nature.
I know, it's amazing. I remember the first few times we were on, I think we prepped 3 times longer than the segment. Here we are saying, what are we going to talk about?
Yeah.
But welcome back.
Thank you. Always a pleasure. Always, always.
It's always a busy time too.
Yes.
And we had a busy September.
And I like that we've added this to the show, showing what we've done in September or the month, and then I'm able to hopefully right now splice in some photos from that. But,
oh, beautiful. Well, let's talk about a great new event that we had. A lot of demand over the years from folks who could not attend our networking mixer events in the evening, our business after hours. And we'd always kicked around the possibility of a business before hours,
right,
and successfully pulled that off.
Yes, in September we had our first business before hours, and like you just said, listening to our members, the fact that, you know, I love the Chamber, but I can't make Wednesday nights. Well, we want to offer something for those people that can't. We offered Wednesday mornings over at Best Buy. Very gracious. They did a great job. We had probably over 60 people in the room, and very successful for a morning event, and
many thanks to those great folks at Best Buy. They're great supporters of the Chamber.
Yeah.
They gave away some awesome raffle prizes, of which I won none of them.
And particularly Don Smith. He's always just
Don does a great job.
A fabulous job.
We have been very active, or I shouldn't say we, I should say you, and some of the volunteers in the Chamber have been very active in some community events.
Yeah, we've been, one of the goals for '07 was really being present in the community, in Salem and Pelham and Windham and Atkinson and Hampstead. And the month of September had some great events in those communities. In particular, we were at Salem Fest. We had a dunk tank, and some local officials came down. Even Mike Delahanty from the school was in the dunk tank for us, and Ross Moldoff, the town planner.
Very glad to see Mike Lyons in the dunk tank. I wish I was there.
And some local firefighters. We just had and some state reps. I can't thank them enough, and I'll scroll in their names in this segment. It was just great. And a cold day, but they for a good cause. We had everyone give a canned food item, and we donated that to the local food pantry. So it was a lot of fun. And we also were present in Pelham. We did their Old Home Days, their 101st Old Home Days. We were out there giving out balloons and being part of their community and visible, and letting them know that Pelham does have a Chamber of Commerce, and it's the Greater Salem Chamber of Commerce. And then this one was run by our chairman, Jamie Santo. He was
what's this one, Donna?
Salem Police Department Open House. He was down there giving out balloons and being part of the Salem community. So it's been a lot of fun. Those things are, I'm liking that aspect of the Chamber that we've added, really getting out there.
Well, I think one of the things that we've really tried to adopt over the years is we do business in the community. It's important to give back and participate in the community. And you know, Al Gettler was talking about that with the Tribune. And so many folks that we have on here, Arnie Croft, so many folks we have on all have that credo they follow. And I think it's imperative then that the Chamber do the same thing.
I agree.
And
who knew it would be so much fun, too?
And fun, too, being in the dunk tank. We've had some other great events in